Catholic University of Eastern Africa, we are moments away from the Deputy Presidential Debate of 2022, organized by the Presidential Debate Secretariat. My name is Michelle Ngale Odhiambo from K24 TV, and I am not alone. The entire media fraternity is working round the clock to bring you this live debate. This is the third deputy presidential debate in what has become a tradition in Kenya's election cycle since 2013. We have a live audience at the Pope Paul VI Learning Resource Center to witness this debate, which will be aired live across all TV and radio stations across the country. Viewers watching live can send in their live comments on the short code 22843 and the hashtag Presidential Debates KE 2022.
And of course, it's debate night tonight. Very interesting. This is the first of the two today, the second of the six, the second of the four, and of course, it will be the battle of the deputy presidents. An interesting night right here at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. Now, this venue is very significant, and we'll be telling you the significance of this venue. But first, the significance of this debate. Now, this is very important because it will help you make a decision going forward. Exactly 20 days, Michelle, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll have to make a decision based on what you hear here tonight and based on what you've been hearing on the campaign trail. And tonight we'll be presenting 4 deputy presidential candidates. I'll be telling you about them shortly, Michelle.
Absolutely, and this debate tonight takes place in 2 tiers. We'll have the first debate, which will feature candidates whose popularity ratings based on 3 recent opinion polls stand below 5%, while the second debate will feature candidates whose popularity based on the same opinion polls stands above 5%. And of course, the 4 deputy presidential candidates, we have the Agano Party represented by Ruth Musheru. We also have the Roots Party, where we'll have Justina Wamai, as well as the Azimio One Kenya coalition, which will be represented by Martha Wangari Karua, and last but not least, the Kenya Kwanza coalition with Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua.
Of course, my name is Ken Mijungu from KTN TV. Before I introduce the guest, I had to introduce myself. All right, so let's talk about Ruth Musheru Mutua. She is from the Agano Party. She's the presidential running mate, deputizing Mwaure Wahiga. She was nominated last month. That's on the 11th of June. And of course, little was known about her before that nomination on the 11th of June. However, she has 15 years of experience in the private sector. And of course, their rallying call is about corruption. They want to fight corruption if they're elected into office in about 20 days. And she's a communication management and administration specialist. Now, first time in politics, this lady is going to be on the podium tonight. And she's the mother of 2 girls. Also, we have Justina Wamboi Wamai, Roots Party presidential running mate. Now, she's deputizing Professor George Wajakoya. She is a youth advocate, a businesswoman, and she is a purchasing and logistics specialist. She is with us tonight and vast career in the private sector. She was little known before this. However, she was thrust to the limelight. She was born right behind here in Kibra. Not her first time in politics, because I will tell you this, she tried in Mavoko and failed, and also tried to work for the government. She applied to be a permanent secretary, you know that? And of course, she was picked by Wajakoya. A rigorous, what he said, a rigorous interview. Now we'll be telling you about the other 2 who will be appearing in the second debate.
Absolutely, and Ruth Musheru and Justina Wamai will make up the first debate tonight. These 2 candidates will show Kenyans how their parties plan to tackle major issues like the state of the economy and corruption as well. Recent data from the Treasury there showing Kenya's GDP standing at about 12.6 trillion shillings. Kenya's GDP last year again growing at about 7.5%. A good recovery and a strong recovery following the COVID-19 pandemic that threw global economies in disarray. However, Kenya's fiscal deficit continues to grow, growing at about 7.5% of the GDP from 2017-2018 to about 8.2% in 2020-2021. A higher fiscal deficit there, of course, means higher borrowing for the country. So how will these parties tackle these very important issues?
Economy is a big topic tonight. And of course, with 22 million of you going to the ballot, it's important that you know what they stand for. I mean, Kenya is the biggest economy in this region. So whoever is at the top matters most for not only the East Africa region, but beyond. And as Michelle mentioned earlier, we're not alone in this. This is a joint broadcast by all the media houses. It's being streamed live online. It's also not television station and most of the radio station. Now, on the other side, my colleague Nimrod Tabu is also standing by. And Nimrod, perhaps a lowdown on